Well, like a moth to the flame here. Here's our little device here. Got a little angle piece they put on, and they've capped one in, and they've cut that in half, or cut it off. There's this thing going by the tree. There's a little powwow going on. We got a little this here. It's all go here on the island of peace, isn't it, huh? Sheriff just went in to take a leak or something. Went back to his car now. That's easy duty. He showed up here at noon and I haven't seen him do anything except sit in his car, take a leak, or a dump, or both. Well, I just talked with the good Alum, who's the foreman on the job, and his daughter is going into anesthesia. So we had a very pleasant conversation. And so that's, they tried to pull this pipe out, and it knocked these logs over, which is frankly fine by me. But he says it doesn't look like I'll be able to pull the thing from the other side under the creek. He says it seems like it may have broken off, and they can't. In order to repair it, they have to dig down 14 feet over there. And he says, well, they'll have to figure out how to keep the creek, basically the creek, from coming into the hole while they work. So, a little bit of logistical stuff going on there. So, all this stuff's interesting. Again, you know, I'm like a 4-year-old kid. I like to watch this stuff. Well, 4-year-old kid before they got iPads. Well, I just talked with the good Alum, who's the foreman on the job, and his daughter is going into anesthesia. So we had a very pleasant conversation. And so that's, they tried to pull this pipe out, and it knocked these logs over, which is frankly fine by me. But he says it doesn't look like I'll be able to pull the thing from the other side under the creek. He says it seems like it may have broken off, and they can't. In order to repair it, they have to dig down 14 feet over there. And he says, well, they'll have to figure out how to keep the creek, basically the creek, from coming into the hole while they work. So, a little bit of logistical stuff going on there. So, all this stuff's interesting. Again, you know, I'm like a 4-year-old kid. I like to watch this stuff. Well, 4-year-old kid before they got iPads. So as the sun sinks slowly in the west, on this now 23-degree day here at 2:45 in the afternoon Eastern time, I think I'm just going to leave these guys to complete their task down there. I think I'd spoken with the good Adam, who's the foreman, several months back. I was somehow remembering his name as Matt, but it's Adam. And I indicated to him, that essentially all the work out here has been, pretty much with maybe 3 or 4 exceptions, kept within the limits of what I had been told at the start of all this. I said to him, I said, the only gripe I have with what you guys have been doing here lately is that while your lines are going in right at the edge of the existing easement, all of your construction work has strayed way off, as I said yesterday. And I said, I was, given that there really would have been no other way to have the work done than the way you're doing it. And I said, I was surprised I wasn't approached about specifically getting a construction easement so that, all that stuff can go off to the side on my land before all this stuff started. And I said, that's not your fault. I'm just saying I'm surprised that I wasn't approached about that. I still am, actually. But again, I said, that horse is out of the barn. So he said, oh, we'll make it right. I said, I'm sure you will. I mean, I'm sure you will. Sure. No, they will. But when they were actually pulling some pipe from across the creek or something, and it was the one that went up by the pine tree, that was laying over the logs up there, and he says, we need to stand back, so we stood back, and they pulled, and then there was kind of a sudden, and the logs rolled off to the south, and against the dirt pile, and he says, well, it's broken down there by the edge of the creek. He says, that's 14 feet down. He says, there's no way we can dig 14 feet down until, things calm down a bit. Because the creek will just come right into the hole. He said, we'll never keep up with that, so we'll have to figure out some way. So, problems, huh? Actually, though, they've got some sort of tape that they splice these pipes together with. It's some sort of tape of a similar substance, and they compress it and heat it with that machine that's down there running, like it looks like a gigantic garden tiller sort of thing. The ones the guys are always leaning on and standing around to keep warm because of the heat off the engine. So I'm going to say now finally, maybe, go with God, everybody, because no point in going it alone, huh? So bye-bye, YouTube.